Tell Me More podcast is being recorded on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures. Welcome to Tell Me More, where we have conversations about the good, the bad and the real. I'm your host, Olivia Molly Rogers. Today on Tell Me More, I am joined by Chloe Pink, a fashion and lifestyle content creator and body positivity advocate. Chloe uses her platform to talk about self-worth, confidence and body image in an industry that doesn't always make that easy. Chloe married her partner Toby Pink at the start of this year, and as an AFL player, there was a lot of attention when the photos came out. Chloe was excited to share these, but what followed was relentless trolling about her image and her body. This conversation is about resilience and love and how to stand your ground when the internet tries to tear you down. Chloe Pink, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having me.
You have the best surname.
Yeah, I know. How cool is it? I'm not even going to lie. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I know.
And it fits the vibe of the studio.
Doesn't it? Yeah, it's a good accessory.
It really is. I would love for you to start by telling me, how would you describe yourself to a stranger?
Oh, honest, very honest.
We love that.
Authentic. Loud and outgoing, very loyal to everyone in my circle and kind and very organized. Ooh. Very organized.
Well, do you think that your partner would describe you in the same way?
Yeah, he might say extra loud instead of loud, but I think we'd probably be identical.
I love that because, I was chatting to my partner this morning and he said it would be interesting if we flipped that, because I always ask my guests how they would describe themselves.
Yeah.
And I think if you ask someone how their friends would describe them or their partner would describe them, it's interesting to see if it would be the same.
Yeah, I think Toby's describing before and it's probably exactly those words. So.
Love that.
Yeah.
Now, you are a corporate girly, aren't you?
Yes.
Can you tell me about that? What do you do for work?
I work
outside of content.
Outside of content. I work full-time as a resource coordinator for an energy company. So we do a lot of renewable, like wind farms, solar farms, and I work specifically with the transmission lines team. I enjoy it. It's fun. It's busy. But yeah, that's what I do full-time, and no one really knows about it, but that's me outside of content.
Yeah, I do feel like there's often a misconception when it comes to footballers' wives and girlfriends that that they do content or they do, which is fine if that's what they do full time. Yeah. But people don't often think about their life outside of that. Yes.
When I post online, I'll get a comment, as if Toby worked so hard just for you to do this. And content's hard work, I'm not going to lie. But no, majority of us have full-time jobs outside of being a partner, like being a athlete's partner. Yeah. So it's a very big misconception. Maybe it's an old outdated stereotype, but it's far from the truth for majority of partners.
And have you thought about not doing that job anymore? I think we were having this conversation because content is a great opportunity. Producing content is a great opportunity for you.
Yeah. Yes.
But you want to maintain your full-time job? I
want to maintain it for the meantime. I enjoy it. And it's also that bit of security. I'm familiar with it. It's a comfort. That being said, I don't think it is forever, being honest. I think I probably will eventually end up hopefully in content media full time. But in the meantime, it's my comfort. It's a life outside of, I guess, the light and social media and content. It's kind of like my safe space. Like I can do that and be just Chloe.
Yeah.
I'm doing that. So at the moment I'm sticking to it, but I don't see it being long term.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now I would love to go back to how you met Toby. Can you tell me your love story?
Everyone always asks this and it's pretty boring because we've known each other our whole entire life. So, when you've known someone your whole life, you don't remember meeting them. We don't have a how you met story. So we grew up together. Our families were friends. We played sport together. We lived in the same town together. he was like our best friend. Like he was my brother's best friends. But Toby always had a crush on me when we were little kids. And I had that pink flip phone that everyone had. And it'd always ring late at night, will you be my girlfriend?
Oh my God, that's
so many times. And I was like, no, Toby, sorry. Like you're my friend for so many years. And it wasn't until he moved away where I started, like we spoke every day. And I was like, oh, I think I actually like him. And then when we told our family and friends that we were talking, and no one believed us, like not in a negative way. Everyone was just like, no way, because we were just good friends. And it was really strange. So we don't remember meeting, but he moved away, and then our conversations ended up turning into flirtatious conversations. And
cute.
Yeah, there
so
was
what
no
was
going
the
back.
first actual like date or romantic moment?
The first romantic moment was we had a FaceTime when he was drunk, of course. And then we were being really flirty on the FaceTime. And then he said he was coming home. He was flying home for a weekend. And he missed his flight and he didn't come home. So I was like, okay, never mind, goodbye. And then a few weeks later, he eventually come home and he flew in, and I said to my parents, oh, can Toby stay over? And they said, yeah, of course, like your sister's bed's free. Like, because he would normally stay. That's not an abnormal thing. And I was like, oh no, he's going to sleep with me in my bed. And they're like, no, he's not. And then, no, he's not. And then we went to go to bed that night. We were in the kitchen getting a cup of water. And then, we shared a little kiss, and then there was no going back from there.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
So how old were you when that happened?
17? Yeah, 16, 17, I think I was. Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
So then after that, he was obviously living away. When did you move?
Yeah. He said, like, we'll be together. You've got to move to Sydney though, please. And I said, okay. And then I didn't move for a good 6 months. But eventually I moved to Sydney, and I did live in nannying over there. So we didn't live together initially. I worked with the family, stayed with the family in Sydney. And then, from there we moved to Melbourne to Adelaide to Melbourne.
You've moved so many times.
So many times.
I should be asking you the hot tips on moving, actually.
Yeah. Literally.
So when did you get engaged, and what was that like?
I'm actually not wearing my ring at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first time I was driving here and I was on the phone to my friend and I was like, oh my gosh, I've forgotten my ring out of all times. I never forget it, and I'm not wearing it right now. Anyway, we got engaged October last year, so a year ago. And we were away for the weekend, and we'd just moved houses as well. So I was not expecting it. Normally I always have my nails done. My nails weren't done.
Devastating.
No, I ended up getting them done last minute. But I said to him, I was like, I need to get my nails done. He's like, no, we don't have time. And later I was like, why did you almost let me go without having my nails done? He's like, I knew you were going to get them done no matter what. I had to throw you off the scent. I had no
Where were you?
Lancemore, Milawa. No, it's neither really.
Like, is it in Victoria?
It's in Victoria,
Okay.
regional Victoria,
Nice.
a wine region.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I don't really know either, which is terrible. And the sun was setting, and he said to me, he said, do you know what would make this weekend better? And I said, what? And he said, if you're my fiance. And then I don't remember a single thing after that. Like, I blacked out. I went into shock. I didn't speak for 10 minutes. Like, it wasn't that romantic proposal because I couldn't speak. He's like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? Because I was
You're
like,
just shell shocked.
yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah. And then, then we went to dinner, told our family and friends, and then we stayed away for the weekend. So it was nice.
How nice. Now, what is it that drew you to Toby and made you go from friends to partners?
Yeah, he's very funny. He's funny, and he's also loud, even though exterior he's not. When he's with his friends and family, he's very loud, funny, but kind and caring, and not just to me, to everyone. There's not a single soul that would say a negative word about him. you know, those people that everyone talks about being great people. He's one of them. He's,
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I want to say he's gifted with it, but he's not. That's who he is. And no one would speak a negative word about him, and everyone would say the same thing that I'm saying. He's one of those people.
Oh, that's
yeah.
so nice.
Yeah.
So it wasn't long after you got engaged that you then got married.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that day?
It's so hard to talk about. It was, what's the kind of word that I'm describing? Like, it's not a word you can describe. Like, it was euphoric. We were very intimate. There was only 8 people there when we got legally married in the wedding registry. We just decided to go to the registry and then have a dinner with family and intimate dinner with some family and friends. But it was euphoric. Like, we cried the whole day. It's like this feeling of love, and you're on top of the world and nothing else matters. Like, it is so intimate, so euphoric, and so nice. And I can't, like, we spoke about it post-wedding, like, how do we describe this? People ask how it was, and it's like euphoric. It's like this whole nother feeling, and it's so intimate and so nice. Yeah, very special. That was what we were saying.
And was it here in Melbourne?
Here in Melbourne at the wedding registry, marriage registry. Yeah. Yeah, it was so beautiful.
So it was like you said, intimate.
Yeah.
Bit of a secret.
Yeah.
No one really knew it was happening.
No, we didn't tell anyone. We obviously told the people that were there. And I think we'd been together for 7 years. We were ready, 8 now, but we were just ready to be married by the time Toby had proposed, and we just said, oh, why don't we just go to the marriage registry? So we looked for the next available appointment, and that was it. And so we told our family, super intimate, just a dinner. That's all we cared about. We just wanted to be married. We didn't, like, it'd be nice to do all that, like the big wedding, but like that's not what we were wanting at the time. We just wanted to be married.
And it was just about you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. No one else mattered.
So then after that,
yeah,
I think you've told me before that the Herald Sun reached out.
Yeah.
They wanted to do a piece on it.
Yes. The Herald Sun did an article because we secretly got married, and Toby obviously plays football. And so they did an article, and Toby, we didn't tell anyone, and Toby trained the morning of the wedding. He went to go to official training at the football club, and he rang Clarko, and Clarko said, no way, like, do your training but don't come into the club. So he did his training with his best friends the morning of the wedding. And so the headline was like, train and then get married or something like that. Beautiful, nice photos, nice articles, standard article like you'd see anywhere. And
how did you feel about the photos and everything? Like, were you really excited for them to come out?
Yeah, I loved our wedding photos. And I thought I looked beautiful, and it was kind of like, oh yay, like, you know, the congratulations, like, oh, people know we got married. Like, it was nice. Like, I knew that there was going to be 1 or 2 negative comments, but that's because there has been on any kind of like post about us, or like not necessarily about my weight or anything, but any kind of photo there's always one troll. There's always one.
You can always expect something negative.
Yeah.
Even if someone leaves like a backhanded comment.
Yes. Yeah, it's generally the backhanded one. So I was expecting 1 or 2 of them, but not what came after.
What did come?
So it come out, we got the newspaper from the shopping centre, and then obviously they posted it on social media, and there were hundreds of negative trolling comments about the way that I looked and about my body shape. And I mean, not just she's fat, like really, really nasty comments about my weight. And there were more of them at the time than the congratulations, so exciting. And it was very awful. And then obviously that sent me into a spiral, because no one should be used to that, but it's not something that I'd ever experienced before. And so directly aimed at the way that I look, not about my dress. Like, obviously there was horrible comments about my dress and the way that I looked and things like that, but it was about me personally and the way that I looked. And so it was a very, very hard few weeks and months post that. And then obviously trolls got a hold of that, and then it just grew bigger and bigger and bigger.
Where were these comments?
They were on it started on the Facebook from the Herald Sun's post. Yeah, that's where it started. And then, so for 2 weeks I was really, really upset, and I just screenshot a heap of the comments, and I was really sad at home, but I was embarrassed, like really embarrassed that I was getting bullied, which that's not something you should be embarrassed about.
No.
So if anyone's getting bullied, do not be embarrassed. But at the time I honestly was really, really embarrassed. So I didn't tell anyone.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't tell anyone.
What about Toby though?
I told Toby. So Toby, I cried a week about it for Toby. So I told Toby, and then my family knew, but anyone that's seen it, which a few people did see it and they messaged me, they knew. But other than that, I didn't go telling anyone. So my immediate group knew, but not really many of my friends knew. No one at the football club knew, because I was so embarrassed. So for two weeks I cried, and then I was in the bath one day, and I didn't really use TikTok prior to this. I posted 1 or 2 clips, nothing serious. I was a TikTok watcher, not a TikTok poster.
Yeah.
And I put together a few words about how I was feeling about the post, and I posted it on TikTok, and not expecting anyone else to see it, but more so expecting some of my friends to see it. I think maybe not at the time I didn't feel like it, but looking back, it was obviously my way of reaching out for help. This is how I'm feeling. This is what's happening to me, but I'm embarrassed to say it out loud. And I think at the time that's probably was my reasoning for posting it, because I didn't have any followers on TikTok. I've never seen anything. I did not imagine what would follow. And I posted it, got out of the bath, got dressed, and within 10 minutes, had hundreds of thousands of views. I was yeah. And then that scared me. I was oh no, I need to delete this. So I was don't delete it.
But were they positive?
Positive. Yeah, they were positive. Obviously you get the few negatives, and I get a lot of negative now, unfortunately, but I think that's just trolls jumping on the bandwagon of bullying. And then, yeah, from there, obviously I could have, at the time I was oh my God, I need to delete this. I need to stay silent. No one needs to know. And then Toby was no, why are you letting them get to you? That's letting them have power. And then I was you're so right. And then I just flipped the script, and I was this is not embarrassing. This is not okay. Why am I accepting this? Everyone stays silent. Why are we normalize it? And people are oh, that just happens. And it's well, it shouldn't happen.
No.
Yeah. And so from that moment, I'd done a full 360 flip, and I was nah, this is not okay. We need to talk about it more. Why does this happen?
That's so good. It's so good that you turn something so negative into something powerful and positive like that.
Yeah.
It makes me so sad. I feel sick to my stomach when I think about how you would have felt that moment that you opened those comments. Because I know how it feels having 1 or 2 negative comments. You can have 100 nice ones and then 2 negative ones. And if they say something that I don't really care about, then it doesn't get to me.
Yeah.
But if it's something that I already feel a bit insecure about and they hit a nerve, it is so hard to not keep thinking about that.
Yeah.
And to just go about your day normally without that voice hanging in your mind. How did you cope with that? I know you said you cried for weeks.
Yeah.
How did you go to work? How did you keep going about your life when that was going on and that was eating at you?
Yeah. Well, initially the photos and my weight weren't an insecurity for me. So I think what I struggled with was, oh my God, was my dress ugly? Oh my gosh, did I look fat? Oh my gosh, did I look terrible? So I think I really struggled with starting to believe what they were saying, because that's not how I felt initially. So then I was there's hundreds of people saying this. Is this what is the truth? I couldn't comprehend the truth. And my brain was no, that's not true. And then it's oh, but all these people are saying that's true. And so obviously I cried a lot. I did a lot of speaking to Toby. The first few months, I'm not going to lie, were very, very dark. I got to the darkest place I think I've ever been. And it was mentally taxing. But there was also something inside me that said I couldn't live. I couldn't have gone on any longer. I was crying for help. I was desperate pleading for help, because I was in such a bad place that I knew I had to get out of it. And so
what did Toby say in those moments? What was he saying to help?
Yeah. So he was obviously saying like none of that's true. It's not true. Like I matter, you matter, your family matters, your close friends love you for who you are, and we matter. Like let's get you help. Like this, like we can't be soaking in all this negativity. And which I know that, but when you're in the deep dark depths of like hard times, you don't have that logical brain working. Like it consumes you.
Well, and also it's so hard to think that, like when there are lots of voices saying something, you're like, well, if they're saying them, like there must be some truth. Like why? Like it's so hard to convince yourself of what you know to be true when you've got strangers telling you something else.
Yeah, 100%. And so then we reached out to the football club. Well, they reached out to us. We reached out to AFLPA, and then I got a psychologist, and she has done wonders for me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like it has been like it's saved me. Like it genuinely has. Like my friends, Toby, and my psychologist has got me through. So
that's so good.
Yeah.
What kind of techniques, or like, does she do anything in particular, or you just talk through it all?
Just talk through it all. And she validates my feelings, because what I found as well was I was feeling upset and I was feeling anger and hurt. And everyone's like, oh, like, it's okay. Like, oh, don't let it get to you, or delete social media, or like I wasn't being validated for my feelings.
But the people that say that as well are never the people who've experienced
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
And it's so easy for someone to say like, why don't you just not read it?
Yes.
And just delete it, or don't. But if you're deleting it and you don't, if you sort of withdraw,
want to delete it. Yeah.
then they win.
Yeah. Yeah.
And why should you not be allowed to just show up and be yourself?
Yeah.
Because these people are criticizing you.
And that's what I struggled with. Like I shouldn't have to delete social media.
No.
I shouldn't have to not read my comments. I shouldn't have to hide myself away. Like that's the issue there in itself.
No, because the problem's not you.
Correct. Yeah. And I was feeling really invalidated. So I was feeling hurt by what was happening, but at the same time, I was also feeling invalidated. And so she really helped with validating my feelings as well as giving me coping mechanisms. And I guess learning, because my thing is I don't want to read the comments, right? But there's part of me that does. And I don't like when people say don't read the comments, because I'm going to. Even if I don't want to, I'm going to.
But also you can't read the good without the bad.
Correct.
And I'm sure you get a lot of good as well.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
And you can't just switch off from all of it.
No. And so it's learning and navigating when I can take that in and when I can't. And yeah, she's been amazing for me. We also do some EMDR therapy.
I do that too.
Yeah, it's so good.
Best.
I know.
Oh.
It's so good.
I also had, as you were talking then, I was thinking I had an old counsellor, someone I used to see, and she was great. And I was getting trolled really badly at the time for something. And she did this visualization thing with me where she's like, I want you to shrink them in your mind. So instead of being these like big monstrous people, they're these tiny little, what word did she give them? Like little minions, but smaller.
Yeah.
Just like these tiny little ants with pitchforks, and they're screaming at you, but they've got these like squeaky little voices. And that helped me so much, because I'm like, yeah, like if you shrink them in your mind, they can't hold as much space and weight.
Yes.
But it also just depends on the day. Like I feel like some days you feel kind of invincible and you're like,
yeah.
You see a comment, you laugh at it. You're like, what a loser.
Yeah.
But then other days it's like all consuming.
Yeah. And that's what I say as well. And it also unfortunately depends on where I'm at in my cycle. If I'm vulnerable, I am vulnerable. But like 3 weeks, I'm invincible. Like you can say I'm laughing at you. Like I'm laughing at your comment. It's you're so irrelevant. But when I'm vulnerable and anything else is going wrong in my life, it does get to me, and that's normal. Yeah.
I think it's just knowing that that's going to pass.
Correct.
Like that feeling won't be there forever.
Yeah, and that's what she says.
Now, you said that you hadn't had insecurities about your body beforehand.
Yeah.
That I think is amazing.
Yeah.
But also makes me so sad that then these people have like given you an insecurity that didn't exist.
Yeah. Yeah. Being honest, obviously we all have our slight insecurities, but not to the extent of most people talk about their body insecurities. Like I know my body, I know my weight, I know when I'm healthiest, and that's a me issue, and my doctor's like, that's our conversation to have.
Yeah.
That's no one else's conversation to have. And I saw my wedding photos and not once did I think I looked big or not once did I think I looked ugly. Like I thought I looked beautiful and my photos were beautiful. And so it did trigger an insecurity within me. And for the first few weeks and months, that's all I thought about. I was like, oh my gosh, my brain must be wrong because all these people are saying this and I don't see it. Like I know that I'm overweight. I'm bigger than the average person. Like I'm not going to pretend that I'm not, but I don't think I'm ugly. And I don't think that makes me any less of a person. Like my weight, like I didn't associate my weight with who I am. Like I don't, and I think they kind of started this like thought process and I was always fighting my brain and the comments and what they were saying. But I don't know what.
Did it impact like the way that you were then eating or exercising? Like did it actually have an impact in the way that you were living your life?
Yes, but not necessarily around the way that I was eating and exercising. Like I live a pretty healthy, balanced lifestyle before this and after this. But I struggled to go to the supermarket. Like I really, really struggle to go to the supermarket. I don't know what it is, but I feel like when I go to the supermarket, people are looking at me and watching what I put in my trolley.
And you didn't feel that before?
Never. No. I am so insecure about what I'm eating and what I'm doing out in public now. So if I go to Toby goes to the supermarket now, if I go to the supermarket and he tries to put a snack for himself in the trolley, I'm like, you can't be doing that. People are watching. And so that is unfortunately one thing that they have like beaten me with and taken from me is I can not go to the supermarket without having terrible anxiety. And even we did a road trip back to South Australia. And if you've done country road trips, you know there's not much along the road. Like you've got KFC and McDonald's, that's about it.
If you want to eat something healthy, it's really hard.
Yeah. And so like if we stop through KFC on this road trip, all I have in my brain is like, oh no, someone's going to see me here. This is not good. So I still eat the way that I want to eat, which is 80-20. Like I eat a very healthy, balanced, nutritional. I have a good relationship with food and I also have a really good relationship with exercise and that hasn't changed. But for some reason, the supermarket and eating out that is what brings me anxiety.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully with the EMDR and your psych, you can work through that.
Yeah.
Because it's just, that's so unfair. But I like different versions of that where the trolls are in your head about something. Like for me, they've trolled me about all sorts of things.
Yeah.
And if I go to post about something that I've read that they said was negative, it makes me not want to do it.
Yes.
And I think it is like that they become your inner critic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so shit that they've had that power over you. But also like I think it shows how strong you are that yes, that sucks and that's one big thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that it didn't push you to restrict or like it didn't impact your relationship with food and exercise is pretty amazing and shows how strong you are.
Thank you. I'm a very big advocate for 80-20, healthy relationship with food, healthy relationship with exercise. Like I don't eat and I don't exercise to look a certain way. Yeah. I do it to feel a certain way.
Yeah. That's so good. Yeah. Now your TikTok obviously blew up a bit after the bath video.
Yes.
What did that look like and what were the kind of positive comments like?
Obviously there was thousands and millions of beautiful positive comments, which I truly appreciate. And then from that, everyone was really interested in the story because not many people call out. Like I feel like if you're a partner of a professional athlete and you get trolled, like it's like not many people prior have really called out that behavior. We just accept it, which fair enough. That's what I wanted to do. I was embarrassed by it. And so I think people were really intrigued by the fact that I was like, hang on, like this is not okay. And so from there, like I did there was more news articles. I did a few radio interviews. And I guess I'm trying to, anytime I get asked to do a podcast or to go on the news or to do an interview, I always say yes, because the people that are listening to this, if I can start one positive change in their life or start a conversation about body positivity or trolling or anything, it's doing good. So now I'm leaning into it. Originally, I was scared of it, but I've just flipped the script and I'm leaning into it. I'm embracing it. And if anyone tells me to stop talking about it, I'm not going to. Like that's the point. Like, we're told to be quiet. We're told to not make noise, and we're told to just accept it. And that is the issue. So I will continue to talk about it, and I will continue to make noise about it until something changes. So
yeah, I love that. I think that with you talking about it, you're not only helping people who listen who might be struggling with a similar thing or feel self-conscious about their body or they've been bullied for the way they look, but also I really hope that it reaches the people who do send negative messages.
Yeah.
If you could share a message to those people, what would you say?
I get asked this question a fair bit, and it's such a them issue. And I'm not angry at you. I feel sorry for you. Like, it is so deeply rooted within themselves. They must be so miserable and so insecure that they feel like they need to project that onto other people. So it's not even like I can just say, be nice, like go to therapy. Like they really look at yourself and question, why am I doing this?
And why are they so triggered by how someone else is living their life?
Yeah. And it's a them issue. Like, they need to figure out why they're doing that. Like, I feel sorry for those people they must be so sad, like really, really sad. And that makes me sad that you must be so sad that you need to be mean and horrible to other people. Like, if I could say anything, look at yourself and question, why am I doing that? Like, really, really analyze why you are commenting hate or being nasty towards anyone, and try and work on that. Like, put more energy into why you're being like that.
The fact that you felt embarrassed early on, it was so misdirected. Like, that embarrassment should be the people who are sending those comments and messages.
Yeah.
Like, they should feel embarrassed that that's how they're spending their time.
Yeah.
I think it's so embarrassing.
What I say, if you're going to bed at night and you're scrolling and commenting hate, or if you even have a fake profile in itself, like, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like, that is really embarrassing. Check in with yourself, because like, imagine if your family or friends knew.
But this is the thing too. Is there anything that surprised you about who it actually is?
Yes. Yes.
Because I think like there's sometimes people think it's just like, I think on TikTok there are like a lot of just grumpy old men.
Yeah.
And often on like the AFL forums or like the Facebook pages, it's like older men with very weird energy. But then on Instagram, I find, and often on TikTok too, it's a lot of women.
It is, yeah. So majority in the AFL world, it's older men that are commenting hate, because Toby's a football player and they just can't fathom it for some reason. But a lot of the fake accounts are women. Like, I found out quite a few of some of my frequent trolls are, and it like, I wanted to hire a private investigator and I wanted to find out exactly who every single person was. But the second I started finding out who a few of these people were, it hurt me more knowing who they were than if I don't know. I don't want to know anymore. I've learned the hard way. I found out like who a few of my trolls were, and it really, really hurt me.
Did you know them personally?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's awful.
Yeah. And so I don't want to know anymore.
Yeah, it's probably like back to what I was saying about that counsellor who said you've got to shrink them. I feel like if you know them, you're putting a face to the name, and they become
someone
bigger.
Yeah. Yeah. And
whereas if you don't know who they are, you can like visualize and shrink them and just not give them as much weight.
I'd rather not know who they are. I don't need to hire a private investigator. They're so miserable within themselves. They don't need my energy. They don't need me to find out who they are. Like, they know who they are themselves. And it's like, I don't want to know. It doesn't help me. It doesn't make me feel any better. I feel sorry for them, and it hurts me more knowing who they are.
What do you think about Indy Clinton, like finding out who they are?
Yeah, I love that. I think good on her, because like I said, everyone just normally accepts this behavior and just, it's like, oh, it's part of being in the public eye. So I think good on her. People need to be held accountable. And if that's what's going to help her, that's going to help her. And I wanted to do it. And then when I started learning the outcome, I changed my mind. But that's a me thing. I don't want to know.
No, I think I would be the same.
Yeah.
You have to protect yourself somewhat.
I agree. Yeah. Like, call me naive. I don't know. Call me silly, but I don't need to know.
I don't think you are at all.
Yeah.
But I just wish there was a way that without you personally finding out, or any of us personally finding out, that they could be held accountable and punished, and that there would be consequences for people who are doing these things, because people take their lives from being bullied online all the time.
Yeah. No,
like it's really significant. The repercussions of their words are so significant.
Yeah, and that's what people don't realize. I don't think we talk about it enough. Like, yeah, we say bullying like can be really detrimental, but it actually can. Like I've lived that. Like I was in the deepest, darkest state of mind just from people commenting hateful comments towards me about my body. And I struggled to get out of it.
It's horrible.
And I can see how and why people don't get out of it. People don't realize the impact it has.
I don't know if you know, because you are quite a bit younger than me, but Charlotte Dawson, do you know Charlotte Dawson?
I recognize the name.
She was a judge on Australia's Next Top Model.
Yes, yeah.
And she used to get, it was when Twitter, it was before I think other social media was quite as big, but Twitter, she would always tweet, and she got trolled so much, and she took her own life, and she said, "You win," before she did. And I often think about that when I see really awful trolling online, because I'm like, these people just, it's like they forget, or they just don't care that behind that screen is a real person with feelings. And what you were saying before of like, people think, oh, you know, if you have a public profile, like, or you choose to be with a footballer or someone with a public profile, that's just part of it. But it's why? Like, why should we have to accept that? It's not reasonable.
No, and why is that the answer? Like, that's not.
And these people don't say this stuff to your face.
No, no one does.
Have you ever had someone say something like this to your face?
Once, yeah, last weekend.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Can you tell me that story?
Yeah. I was at a friend's hens in South Australia, and the whole day and everything was really private. Like, we were in our hens group, but towards the night we went to like kind of like a country club, and someone was obviously really drunk and started like bullying me because of my boobs, like saying, "Oh my God, gay," like, and I haven't had it experienced to my face before. So it really, like, I left immediately, obviously. It shocked me. I genuinely turned around and I said, "What did you just say?" And not even out of being like sarcastic. I genuinely was, "What did you just say?" And she doubled down.
It? Wow.
Yeah.
What a horrible person.
I know. Yeah. And that shook me to my core. Like, I know that she was drunk and stuff, but it's still, I was
of
like,
course.
Whoa.
Well, because you're doing so much work to think to try and think these trolls are a certain way and like put them out of your mind, but then to have that happen in person, that's awful. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think I'm still in shock.
Yeah. I'm shocked. Because I mean, that's what I always think is like, these people just wouldn't say it to your face. But normally. I guess she wasn't in a normal state of mind. She was very drunk.
Yeah.
Not that it excuses it.
No, it doesn't.
But I think it tells you too, like, people online are not in like a
normal state of mind.
They don't have like a normal brain or like a normal amount of empathy.
Yeah. And that's what I mean about go to therapy, check in with yourself, because why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said that you went to therapy, you spoke to Toby, you spoke to friends. What else was it that helped you to feel like yourself again?
I think I kept posting. Like, I genuinely think I just kept posting. Like, I kept pushing. So obviously my immediate circle, I'm really tight. They got me through. But I genuinely think because it's so many times I could have stopped. Like, I could have stopped posting. I could have deleted my account, because it still happens to this day. I post a TikTok and you get a million troll comments.
Every day.
Yeah. You should see my review filter, like my review section on my social media.
That's horrible.
I just consistently kept posting even when I didn't want to. And I think that genuinely helped me just keep I keep pushing. And I think that has also really, really helped. I don't know what it is. It's given me confidence to allow me to be who I want to be and share who I am truly. And so, yeah, that's also given me a lot of confidence, is just to keep posting and showing up even when I don't want to.
It's really impressive. I think you're really brave to keep doing what you're doing. Like, I just think I have a lot of respect and admiration for you. I think you're amazing.
Thanks.
Now, you recently decided to reshoot your wedding photos.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that?
It actually wasn't our idea. A beautiful person, Steph, actually, she suggested the idea, obviously asked for our approval and if we felt comfortable. And as soon as she said it, I was like, oh my gosh. Like,
this was after you went on the kick.
Yeah. I was like, that is exactly, like, I think this is a great idea. I said yes. And so we shot our wedding photos and I think it was exactly what we needed.
Is it because your initial photos ended up being like a bit tainted for you?
Yeah. So our initial photos were perfect. Like, photographer nailed it. I was beautiful. Toby looked good. Like, perfect. But at the time, because we eloped, we didn't have that many photos. And at the time, I naively shared them all because I didn't, I guess, expect what was to come. And so all of our photos are associated with certain articles, certain news stories, certain hate comments. Everyone that I looked at, like, I had this detachment towards our wedding photos. There was no, when you look at your wedding photos and you go, oh, like, I had none of that. Because
you probably look at it and then hear like a negative comment in your head about something that someone said about that particular photo for all of them.
Yeah.
Like, that would be really hard to not feel that way.
So there wasn't one photo that hadn't been shared, or one photo that hadn't been put in an article, or one photo that hadn't had a terrible comment about it. And so there was no attachment to our wedding photos. Our day was beautiful, but the aftermath was not, and we didn't have that honeymoon period. And so we reshot the wedding photos with the idea in mind to keep some of them private, but also just to create new memories associated with those photos.
Like, reclaim it.
Yeah. And we did it and it was so much fun. And I'm so grateful. I was very hesitant to share any photos. I've shared one. I don't know if I'll share any more, maybe when I'm ready. But truthfully, I was very scared to share any photos. And those photos are ours, and they're our memories. And I don't know, it sounds really strange, but it was exactly what we needed. So
I don't think it sounds strange. I think it's so good. I'm so glad that you did that.
Yeah, same. And so now I don't think we'll share the photos. I don't know. We may share them eventually, but right now we won't. And
protect them.
Yeah, they're ours. So even some other people, like family members and friends, are like asking me, I actually don't want to share them with anyone. I'm like, just for
you
Toby
could just
and I.
like keep them in your house. Like,
that's what I mean.
So if someone's coming into your space, maybe they can see them, but otherwise it's like just yours.
Yeah.
I think that's really special. Did you go back to the same place?
Same place. We did everything the same. I wore my same dress, same hair, same makeup style, everything the same. So yeah, it was really nice.
Now, if someone is listening and they struggle with body image, confidence, they've been bullied, any of those things, what's some advice that you would give to them?
Number one is who you are as a person is not a reflection of the way that you look. Your body means nothing in comparison to who you are. So try to not put as much emphasis on the way that you look, because that's just a small part of you. Like, it's not who you are as a person, and that's not what people love you for. So I think we need to stop focusing on about the way that our bodies look and more about what they do and how they make you feel. And my second one is, and I talk about it all the time, but look into getting a psychologist or a counselor or some kind of support that helps you get through that, because being insecure about your body or being bullied about your body, like that is mentally taxing. That takes a big toll on your mental health. And so I feel like you do need additional support. Like, yes, you can be strong, and yes, you can try not to focus on it, but I feel like that you need more than just you to help you get through those kind of thoughts. So I highly recommend speaking to someone about it. But to summarize, you're more than your body. And that's not what people love you for.
I love that. I think that that's so hard for people to come to terms with, particularly with so much social media and comparison, and it is hard to not focus on that when a lot of things these days are very visual.
Yeah.
What advice can you give when it comes to social media?
Take everything with a grain of salt. Like, people look at my body and say, oh, you live such an unhealthy life. Rah, 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 you're so unhealthy. And I don't. I
are healthy.
I am healthy. I live a very healthy lifestyle. And so that is a prime example in itself. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't look at something and assume something else.
Well, and skinny and abs does not mean health.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Correct. I think, or, oh, that photo looks gorgeous. Well, yeah, it was a great angle. The lighting was good. Like, of course, I'm going to upload the most pretty photo of myself that I really like and feel confident in. Like, I think, or you can see a photo and someone looks happy, but really they're miserable. Or like, you know, I think with social media, I think we need to take it more with a grain of salt. Like, that is a tiny, tiny snippet of someone's life. Tiny. There's so much more to a person than one photo. So I think just every aspect of social media, I think we need to start taking it with a little bit less, like, I think take it less seriously.
Yeah. But also be careful, like, with who you're following.
Yeah. Keep yourself safe. Follow the people that you should be.
That make you feel good.
Yeah, that make you feel good. Yeah.
Like Miss Chloe Pink. What about I know you gave some great advice about body image, but if there are people listening who've been bullied.
Yeah.
Like, you're still getting comments. It's not like it's stopped. No. How do you deal with that? And what advice can you give to someone who is dealing with bullying?
Honestly, what really helps me get through is changing my mindset. Instead of being mad at the trolls and being really sad at the things that they have to say, I now feel sad for the people saying those things. Like, I think try and change your mindset to try and understand why, not that you should have to, and if you don't want to, don't, but I personally try and understand why they're commenting this stuff, and I don't understand it, which is a great thing. If you don't understand it, amazing, but they must be so sad and miserable. That feels like I feel sorry for them. It's not a you issue. Like, it is not a you issue. Just remember that every single hate comment you get, any kind of bullying comment you get, it's not a you issue, even though it feels like it is because of the way they're projecting. It is not. Like, I say it all the time, it's not a me issue, it's a them issue. Like, it is a them issue. So that's probably the biggest thing. Like, it's a them issue, not a you issue. And also speak to people about it, reach out for help. Speaking and getting help, honestly, is so good for someone's mental health. Like, so good for someone's mental health. I love
that you preach that.
Yeah.
I also think the way that you have changed your perspective on it, and you've, instead of shying away from speaking out or changing anything about yourself, you've actually done the opposite. Yeah. And I think that that's really good advice for people listening. Like, they don't need to change who they are. Whatever they're being bullied for, they don't need to alter that. They can just push back and know that they need to keep being themselves and to
lean into who you are.
Yeah, and surround yourself with good people.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I love the quote so much, that is, those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter.
Yes, that is so true.
It's just so true.
Yes.
Now, we finish every episode with a segment called Oranges and Lemons.
Yep.
Your orange of the day or the last few days is something positive, and your lemon is something a little bit more sour or negative.
Yep.
Do you have an orange and a lemon?
Yes. My lemon, unfortunately, my pa passed away in the last few days. But my orange in that is, unfortunately, when someone passes, it brings families together. And I've had some really good quality family time with my family, and it's been really, really nice.
That's so nice. I'm so sorry. You said he was so young as well.
Yeah. He was only 57. So he's not my biological pa, if anyone's freaking out about the age. But he was my pa. So
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like my lemon is so insignificant in comparison.
Yeah, that was really deep.
It is deep.
Don't feel like you need to go that deep.
Well, we're not comparing. No, my lemon is, and I know like my lemon was similar last week, but I'm moving house, which is exciting. but moving's always a lemon. And
Yes.
my partner Hugo has been away all weekend, and we found out that he has to also go away all of this week for work. So I'm doing a lot of it solo.
I don't know how
So
you do
that
that.
is a lemon. But the orange is that at the end of the week, I'll be in the new place, and his mum's coming to visit from Perth.
That's
and then
exciting.
my mum's coming to visit from Adelaide.
Stop.
They're going to meet.
Oh, that's
Which is
so
really exciting. So yeah, it is like once we get past the lemon, it's going to be one juicy orange. So it's all
that's
good.
so exciting. And you get the whole weekend together.
Yeah.
With your your mum.
With the mums.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah,
it's
that's
also
very
been
exciting.
such an orange having you here, Chloe. I think you are
Thank you for
amazing, as I've
having
already
me.
said. I absolutely love everything you do, and I think everyone listening needs to follow you for a little boost of self-love.
Thanks.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Chloe Pink _ maybe. I don't actually know my username, but search Chloe Pink. And on TikTok, also Chloe Pink. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having me.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for listening to Tell Me More. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave us a review, share it with your friends, and follow or subscribe to the podcast. Your help in growing this community would mean so much to me.